One recurring narrative in team sports is that the talent of the individual players is measured by the success of the team. For example, in baseball, it's not Mike Trout's fault that he has rarely been surrounded by the necessary talent to carry the Los Angeles Angels into a deep playoff run. He's not the general manager. He's playing a team sport. His job is to field one of 9 positions and bat one of 9 times as best as he can. And he does a great job at that. Still, you'll find plenty of baseball fans criticizing the Angels' lack of accomplishments during his tenure. That we often judge individuals based on the strength of the collectives they're a part of is true not just in sports, but in other areas of life as well. We assume that people who work at high-profile companies like Spotify or Google are more talented because they belong to these successful teams. Is it the individual or is it the collective? In the film world, the Oscar acceptance speeches are so important because of the massive team effort required to create pictures like Nomadland. Here is the perplexing question. Is Chloe Zhao the best director in the world, or was she a great director who amassed a fantastic team? My name is Connie Wansbrough, the CEO of Skillpod, and on today's skill vid, we're going to learn about the 4 competencies of teamwork, which is the skill of purposeful collaboration. Make sure to stay tuned until the very end of the video for the Skill Vid Competency Challenge, and we'll try and include your comments in our next video. Now on to our 4 components. Have you ever seen an Avengers movie? Though you might not admit it because it's not the coolest thing ever, based on their massive box office numbers, the chances are you probably have. Now, who led the Avengers? In the rare chance you haven't seen the movies, you might think the answer would be easy. The smartest Avenger. And yet, no. The smartest Avengers, Iron Man and Bruce Banner, did not lead the Avengers. Instead, it was Captain America. Not because he could make the strategic tactical plans that the other Avengers couldn't, but because his moral code and his leadership qualities led people to want to fight for him. And though you might not be a senior citizen juiced to the gills with a superhero steroids like a fictional Barry Bonds, you can develop integrity like the Cap by reflecting on some specific questions. Do you commit to the values of your team? Do you commit to your role in the workplace? Are you there to help those around you? Do you acknowledge the contributions of others? Do you bring a positive attitude to the team? Being able to answer these questions honestly in the affirmative will help not only your standing in the workplace, but they're also good qualities for life in general.
Stay in your lane.
The expression, stay in your lane, might seem a bit cliche and, well, boring. Not being able to ever branch out seems like a dull existence, but in the workplace, sometimes it's necessary. Think of it like a band. If Brian May, Roger Taylor, John Deacon, and Freddie Mercury all wanted to be the lead singer, the chances are Queen probably would never have caught on anywhere, except for a 1940s barbershop. As much as Queen needed Mercury's pipes, they also needed May's guitar, Taylor's drums, and Deacon's bass. So in the workplace, if you're hired to do a specific job, stick to that the best that you can. If you want to expand your roles into other areas that you have an interest in, talk to your supervisors. But make sure first and foremost that you're doing your primary job, because if you aren't, it's unlikely the company will be able to imagine you adding value elsewhere. Perhaps most importantly, in the workplace setting, everyone on the team needs to understand where the team is heading and what needs to happen in order to get there. If the team goals aren't clear and everyone is focused on their own goals or have a different understanding of what needs to happen, there can be disastrous results. How do you think sustainable success is achieved? I'll give you a clue. It's not a series of accidental, lucky actions. Think about how sports teams commit to improving. Each player practices independently, and as a team you run drills. But the game is where you get your feedback to see if your strategies worked or not. But this information is limited. So how do you get better as a team? Whether they win or lose, the best teams led by coaches and captains, they review the game tapes. This is where they can analyze where they were successful, and where improvements need to be made. In the workplace, we can do this too with our team so that we have a better understanding of the pitfalls and challenges along the way to our team goals. This means evaluating the outcomes as a team, both positive and negative, and using this feedback to improve in your team's next attempt. With the help of these steps, we hope you will be able to improve your teamwork skills. Of course, there could be more than 4. So for today's competency challenge, comment below if you can think of another component for teamwork, and we'll put your comment in our next skill vid. That ends today's skill vid on teamwork. Make sure to follow Skillpod on Instagram at Skillpod. Check out our website, and if you have an iPhone, download the Skillpod app. Links in the description below for everything. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon, and you'll get an update on our next skill vid on information management and more great content. My name is Connie Wansbrough, and thank you for watching.